Hello friends, welcome to Math Time with Mrs. Idas. Today we are going to be doing lesson 6-2, counting to 100. Wow, that is so fun to count to 100. And I know many of you know how to count to 100 by heart. But today we are going to look at this big 100 chart. Now, a hundreds chart is a fun way for us to count on one at a time, but did you know that we can use a hundreds chart to find patterns in building numbers and counting on? We can. So let's get started. Make sure you're on 6-2 and let's take a look at counting to 100. So, like I said, here is a hundreds chart, okay? The first number we start with is a 1. And if you take a look down this column, you will notice that each box has a 1 in the ones place. Isn't that amazing? A 1 in the ones place. In this column, every number has a 2 in the ones place. In this column, every number has a 3 in the ones place. In this column, what do you think every number will have in the ones place? A 4. That's right, there's a 4 in the ones place going down this whole column. Now, here's a 5 in this column. What number do you think is in the ones place all the way down? Yes, a 5 in the ones place, and we have to complete this column together. In this column, if I see a 6, I know I will have a 6 in the ones place all the way down. If I see a 7 here, what do you think will be in the ones place all the way down the column? A 7, that's right, 7 in the ones place all the way down. How about this column with the 8? That's right, 8 in the ones place all the way down this column. And if this is 9, that's right, a 9 in the ones place all the way down that column. But let's take a look here at this 0. Well, that's because 0 is the hero. And if I have a 10 and 0 ones, that's 10. And I have a 0 all the way down the column because 0 is the hero. It's a place saver. It's helping me to make tens. So I have 1 10, then I come down and I have 2 10s, and then I'll have 3 10s, and so on. And let's practice this together. So for fun, let's pick red. Can you find your red? And I'm going to put a dot under the 1 in the ones place. Can you help me put a dot under the 1 in the ones place? Oh my goodness, there's something missing here. Yes, a 1 and another number that belongs in the tens place. But how are we going to figure that out? Let's see if we can solve that mystery together. So take a look. Here's a 1, and then here's a 10 and a 1. That's 11. And then I have 2 10s and a 1. 21, like we practiced yesterday. Then I have 3 10s and a 1. Well, this is 30 and 1, 31. Then I have 4 10s and a 1, 41. What's happening to the 10s as we go down? That's right, they're increasing. 1 10, 2 10s, 3 10s, 4 10s, 5 10s, 6 10s, 7 10s. So how many 10s will be here? 8. That's right. 8 10s, but now I still need something here. I have 8 10s, which is 80. I had 7 10s here, 70. I had 6 10s, 60. And this is 80, but I know I'm in the column with a 1 in the ones place. So what number should I put here in the ones place? A 1. That's right. Now it says 8 tens and a 1. 9 tens and a 1. Boys and girls, we can count down this column with ones in the one place and even using tens. So we start like this: 1, 11, 21, 31, 41, 51, 61, 71, 81, 91. Wow! I can fill out my hundreds chart by looking at patterns in the ones place and in the tens place. Let's try that again, and then I'll teach you another kind of pattern you can use to fill out a hundreds chart. All right, in this column, we have 2's in the ones place, and the tens increase each time as well. So let's think about the pattern we used here with the ones column in the 2's column. So I know here is a 2. Let me get another color. Maybe I'll get green. And I'm going to find all the 2's in the ones place first. 2, 2, 2. Uh-oh, something's missing. 2, 2, 2, 2. So I know something is missing here and something is missing here. What is it? That's right, 2 in the ones place. So I can put those 2's there because I know this column is the 2's in the ones place. Now let's go ahead and look at the tens place. So first I have 1 10, 2 tens, 3 tens. What do you think belongs here? 4 tens, that's right. So 1 10, 2 tens, 3 tens, 4 tens. 5 tens belong here. 6 tens, 7 tens, 8 tens, 9 tens. Great job. So we can do that. We can look for patterns in the ones place and then a counting on pattern in the tens place. But you know, I can also fill out my hundreds chart different ways than just going down columns and counting by tens and ones. I can also go across and I can count the traditional way, the way that we're used to counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Trace the 5. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A 10 and 0 ones. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. A 10 and 5 ones. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 2 tens and 0 ones. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 2 tens and 5 ones. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 3 tens and 0 ones. Great job, boys and girls. So you see there's different patterns we can count on the way that we know. We can count using columns. We just counted all the way to 30. Let's keep going. Let's see if we try the column pattern again. Okay, so let's look at the 3's in the ones place. Let's get a different color. Let's practice this counting again. I think I'm gonna get purple. So let's find all the 3's. 3 in the ones place, 3 in the ones place, 3 in the ones place. See, this pattern has 3's in the ones place. There's something missing here, but I know it's going to have 3 in the ones place because this is the 3 column. 3 in the ones place, 3 in the ones place. Now let's take a look at the tens. 1 10, 2 tens, 3 tens, 4 tens, 5 tens, 6 tens. Then there's a skip. 8 tens, 9 tens. What number do you think is missing if we are looking at the pattern? Well, I know there's a 3 missing from the ones place. And if I look all the way down, what number is missing? What comes after 6? 7. So the number that was missing is 7 tens and 3 ones, 73. Good job, friends. You can see patterns in the columns on a hundreds chart. Let's see if we just happen to continue counting by ones from 30. Let's practice the other way because there's two different ways to fill out this hundreds chart. Let's count on from 31. 31, 32, 33, 34. What will come next, friends? 35. That's right. 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Wait a minute. I'm noticing another pattern going in rows. Instead of all the ones being the same, they're different when I go in a row. But what's the same if I'm looking in a row? The 10. The 10 is the same. 3 tens, 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 until I make a new 10. Wow, that's another pattern that we just saw. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. Do you see all the 3s in the tens place? When we go in a row like this, from left to right, we keep the tens place the same. But when we count down a column like this, the ones stay the same. Isn't that amazing? So we can use a hundreds chart to count by ones the way we know how. We can count it finding patterns in the ones place. We can even count it by finding patterns in the tens place. Let's try the tens place patterns in the rows again, okay? Let's take a look here at the 40s row, okay? So 4 tens, 4 tens, 4 tens, 4 tens, 4 tens, something's missing. 4 tens, you're right. 4 tens, 4 tens, 4 tens, 4 tens, and then a brand new 10, 5 tens. Let's see now. If I'm here in the row of the 40s and I start at 41, then I have 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. That's right. 47, 48, 49, 50. Let's take a look here at 46. So I was able to solve what was missing because I looked at the tens, 4 tens, and I can even look down the column and I have 6 ones. Do you see how that kind of comes together? Wow, I just noticed I can use tens and ones together to fill out my chart. So put your finger here on the 51, 5 tens and a 1, and there's a box here that's missing. So let's go up the column. I see this is the column of 5s. So this is the row of 50s. This is the column of 5s. So if I bring them together, I know that I'm going to need a 5 in the tens place, and I will need a 5 in the ones place. Look at that, boys and girls. We can even use rows and columns to come together and fill out the missing numbers. That's another smart way of thinking. Here's another missing number in the tens with the 5, the 50s row. And if I come here to the column, what do you notice is in the ones place? 7s. So I have 5 tens and 7 ones, 57. Wow, I was able to find 2 numbers by looking at the pattern in the tens place and the ones place. The tens place and the ones place. Let's go ahead and count this row. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, and then 60. We make a new 10, 60, 6 tens and 0 ones. Okay, let's use that technique again to find these missing numbers. There's 3 missing numbers now, okay? So 6 tens in the row, 6 tens, 6 tens. So I know there is a 10 and a 1's missing. So if I'm in the row of 6 tens, then I know this has to be 6 tens, and I know this has to be 6 tens. Now let's look at the columns. This is the column of 4 in the 1's place. So what goes here? That's right, a 4. And this is the column of 5's. So what goes here? A 5. That's right. So let's count and make sure we have the correct numbers. 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69. I need another brand new tens. What do you think it is? Well, I know if I look in the column, there's a 0 in the 1's place. And if I look at the tens, they increase by 1. 1 10, 2 tens, 3 tens, 4 tens, 5 tens, 6 tens, 7 tens. That number is 70. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Great job, friends. Let's continue. Let's try counting on. Let's go back to our traditional method. It's so fun to practice different ways. 71, 72, 73. If I count on, what do I need? 74. 7 tens, 4 ones. 75, 76, 77, 78. That's right. 79, 80. Then we continue. 81, 82, 83, 84. What would my next number be? 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, another 10, 91, 92, 93. What's next? 94, 95, 96, 97, 98. That's right. 99 and woohoo, 100. That is 10 tens and 0 ones, or 100 0 tens and 0 ones. There's different ways of thinking about 100. So before we go, friends, onto the next page, I want us to take a look at the column of 5's and the column of 10's. If I get my red crayon, I'm going to circle my 10's. 10, let's count by 10's. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. That's right. Now, if I look in the rows by 5, the column of 5, and I hop back and forth between 5's and 10's, I can count by 5's too. Would you like to see how? We can do it with our yellow crayon. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Wow, using hundreds charts are so fun in order to find different patterns in numbers. You did such a great job today helping me fill out the hundreds frame. Today, for your independent work, you can try and make the hundreds chart in the back by yourself. You can count the traditional way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way and fill out all the numbers. Or you can try the new ways Mrs. Idas taught you. You can count by tens to fill out the missing number. You can count by ones. Look at the column and fill the chart out using your ones as a clue. Or fill out the rows using tens as a clue. Or bring together your tens and your ones and find the missing number. Thank you for practicing Lesson 6-2, Counting to 100 with me today. I hope you were able to practice this on the back and do your best. Bye, friends.